The Super Eagles are here again. We are the AFCON. They've been championing the cause. Let's do it. From your personal standpoint, looking at the Super Eagles, the team invited, the injuries, the coach, the coaching crew, do you think the Super Eagles can deliver the fourth AFCON title?
Well, the Super Eagles at the moment are in a very, very difficult situation, hit by injury blows to key players in key positions as well. Having two of your strikers being out due to injury, and then knowing that the people you're bringing to replace them were not in the camp for the training session, I think it's going to be a big blow for the Super Eagles. Now, that has put a dent into the team of let's do it again. But then, the Super Eagles will always be optimistic. Nigeria will always be optimistic because we've still got quality players in other positions. And I feel if they can play as a team, a fourth AFCON title is really not far away, to be honest.
Okay, let's dive into the goalkeeping situation. We have Ojo Olorunleke, we have Uzoho, and we have Nwabili in South Africa. Right. The ultimate question remains: should Jose Peseiro stick with Uzoho, or do you think it's time for a change? And do we have a good enough goalkeeper in camp to force a change?
I like the last question you made. Do we have the right goalkeepers or enough goalkeepers in camp to force a change? Because ideally, Nigerians, if you study how the Super Eagles have played over the last few years, you will feel there should be a change in the goalkeeping department. But the question is, these other two goalkeepers, have they been there long enough, or have they had the opportunity, enough time for us to see them and say, this person should be deserving? Now, the ultimate question goes to the coach and his goalkeeping staff. What do they think? We feel, as Nigerians generally, there should be a change. But these other two that we have there, are they good enough to displace Uzoho? That's the big question. I can answer that question, but it's a big question.
Okay, now we have since the time of Gennett Rowe up to Gavon and now up to Jose Peseiro, we basically had the same midfield for a period spanning close to 5-6 years, the exact same midfield, maybe even 7 years, the exact same midfield compilation. This is the first time that we're going to a major tournament with two midfielders that have almost, Alassane Yusuf is fresh in the team, and Onyedika has never really had a run in the team despite getting a couple of invitations to the team. Can this midfield fly? Can this midfield deliver the goods that's needed to feed the attack line?
Well, the midfield has been a position that the Super Eagles have not been able to fix for a long time. Every time you go for a tournament, you invite 7 defenders, 9 attackers, 4 midfielders. 4 midfielders, that just shows that you're not putting a lot of hopes in the midfield. Your style of play is not coming from the midfield. And I would have said it's a matter of just this coach. But it's something that's happened over 3 coaches that have been there for the past few years now. So why is it the same way? Yeah, we have new midfielders now, so it's almost like we're testing. Oh, it doesn't work then. Let's make a new test now. Let's try some other new players. But nonetheless, I feel we've not given enough attention to the midfield. Nigeria has the quality in the midfield. If we can just find the right players and the right coaching style, the right tactics, because I feel the tactics is very important. You use the right set of players, you use the right formation. The style of play has to be important for the midfield to click. If your style of play is not good enough, the midfielders might not be able to be useful. We play more from the wings, and what that means is the midfielders might not be entirely useful.
Okay, a draw against Lesotho, a draw against Zimbabwe were our last 2 competitive games coming into this tournament. We have the highest goal scorer, we have the Africa's best player at the moment, Victor Osimhen. We have Paul Onuachu coming into attack. We also have Terem Murphy, and then we have exciting wingers. The question, however, is our wingers are more committed to beating their first man than delivering. We have Chukwueze, we have Moses Simon, both able to beat their first man, and they favor going past the first man before looking for the pass. How much service do you expect Victor Osimhen and other top 9s to get at this AFCON from the wings?
Service is going to be absolutely important for Victor Osimhen here, because when you have strikers and they're not getting fed, it's going to be a problem. Now, when you have wingers who can beat players, the problem we have, or the problem I think the Super Eagles have, is that most times the wingers do it a little too much. So yeah, you beat the first players. Sometimes you should let the pass go, and that's when they tend to hold on to the ball a little longer, and that really hampers them. If you watch so many of the games previously, you see Victor Osimhen showing some angry signs at some point and throwing some flares. The ball should come at a certain point, but it doesn't come, and that's a problem. This is going to be absolutely key for the Super Eagles in this tournament. If your wingers can release the ball as at when due, beat the opponent as well when they need to, I think without a doubt Victor Osimhen will bang it. He's a proven goal scorer and he has it within him. It's the service that is a bit questionable now.
Okay. Everybody says fans are the 12th man, the man behind the team, the fans. But to me, the fans are the 13th man. The 12th man is the coach and the technical team. And under the leadership of Jose Peseiro, are you confident that Nigeria has a trusted tactician that can outfox the other bench even in tough games to ensure that his team with talented players will come out on top?
Well, the NFF have trusted Peseiro, so that just tells us already that there's enough trust in the manager. However, the attitude of the coaches is going to be very important. Like you said, they're the 12th man, but the fans can be the 13th man. If you have a coach whose character on the touchline is really not calling for any more energy or attention, I think sometimes the players might interpret it wrongly. So a coach that is not always up and about, is sitting down and always just come out speak like, I don't know, but I feel the attitude of the coach is going to be very important. When the players see the way you react on the touchline, I feel it might give them a sense of more urgency going into the rest of the game. So it's going to be absolutely important what the managers do, even more than the fans, because we'll certainly have the fans here. Absolutely. Super Eagles will have the numbers here. But how much of an influence, when the players look to the touchline, what can they draw? What inspiration can they draw from the manager? It's going to be absolutely important.
Okay, now make a bold prediction. How far do you expect this team to go? At what stage will they carry the cup, the semi-final, third place game? How far will this team go?
My expectation, if the Super Eagles can't get to the semi-final, I think it's a failure. Semi-final should be the benchmark, and I think they can get there. I think so.
They can get there.
Yeah, they can get
Thank you very much, Samuel. Thank you.